magical friends. Today we're going to talk about some of the other non-Harry Potter places that I went during my London holiday. I thought I would show you just a little tiny bit of the other things that we did while we were in London and just kind of give you a brief idea of what else I like other than Harry Potter, which I know, shocker, I do like some other things, but Harry Potter is probably the top thing that I like, but everything else was lots of fun too, and I really enjoyed the rest of our holiday that we also had in and around London. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button down in the corner. We would love to have you join in all of our magical mayhem over here at the Lover of Butterbeer. And yeah, we are also on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all around. You can find us pretty much anywhere. And let's get to it and see what we did while we were in London that wasn't Harry Potter related. So we went to the Tower of London, which was pretty cool. They had lots of neat things to look at. We got to see the crown jewels. And here's just a little idea, if you don't know what the Tower of London is, of all the stuff that you get to look at. We got to go on a tour with a Beef Eater Dave. Hey, he is on Twitter if you want to follow him. And he got to tell us all the behind the scenes things of what has happened and all the history of the Tower of London. And they also got to see where Anne Boleyn lost her head along with many other of King Henry VIII's wives. And they also had his armor and his horse's armor from when he would go into battle. The crown jewels were actually pretty cool. They had you sweep past them on a conveyor belt so that you could have a quick look because there was very busy and there was a lot of people there. And so they didn't want you to linger. You just had to kind of move through. It was one of the largest diamonds in the world is kept there. It was really neat and I enjoyed it quite a bit. From there, we headed over the same day to Tower Bridge. So if you're not sure, that is the bridge that opens up that goes over the Thames. So when we were there, we were lucky enough. It was actually the same as in this postcard I bought. It went up and the boat went through and then the arms go down. It's really cool to watch. If you're there and it happens to be on a lift day, it's pretty neat. I recommend seeing it. So there's that. There was our ticket. We actually went inside the bridge. You go up and then on this top bit here, you see here, this bit here, you actually get to walk across that and they have a glass floor in the middle. So you walk right over it and so you can see the bridge below with all the people walking and all the cars going across, and then you get to walk and then there's two sides. So you get to go down one side and you get to go back down the other. And then once you're done looking at everything and taking all your pictures, you go down the other side of the tower and you come out. It was really neat. It wasn't too expensive. I think it was only £11. So for a fun outing, that was pretty cool. And they had some videos and stuff and you can see how they made it and everything. So Tower Bridge and the Tower of London, they're really close to each other. They're only like a 5-minute walk. It's really close. We also went on a bus tour to Highclere Castle. If it looks familiar, that is the castle that they used for Downton Abbey. If you haven't seen it, it's a good show to check out. It is on PBS, I believe, in Canada, or you can just get the DVD set, and it is really, really breathtaking when you are there. The lands that encase the castle are beautifully maintained. They have follies, they had gardens. It was fun. We took a bus the whole day. We left London. They picked us up at 8 o'clock in the morning and we didn't get back to London till 7. We went to Oxford first. Again, a little bit of Harry Potter stuff there at Christ Church. We got to go see where they filmed some of the first scenes of Hogwarts from the first movie at Christ Church, and we didn't have enough time there. We couldn't go on the actual tour, but we got to look around outside, which was pretty neat, and we got to go around the outside of the university. A lot of the buildings were closed, so we couldn't go in them, but it was quite pretty around there. We just got to walk around. And from there, our bus continued on town of Brampton, which is where they filmed a lot of the outdoor scenes for Downton Abbey. So when they went to the church or when they went to the village hospital or when they had the little fair outside, if you guys watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. We got to walk around there, and then I think I have some postcards from that. Yep. So here's some little pictures of the village. And so I got those at their store. They've converted one of the little places into a little museum and gift shop, so you can go around there. We spent a little bit of time there. And then afterwards, we got back onto our bus where they gave us one of the books that they have put out, and it's The Christmas at Highclere Castle, all the traditional recipes from the Countess herself. She wrote this one, and it just kind of gives you a look at Downton Abbey, the real castle at Christmas. It was lots of fun at Downton. We got to go around Highclere Castle, and we got to see all of where they filmed, all the interior shots, and we couldn't take any pictures inside, which was sad, but I understand because it was their family's home. They actually live there. And so they just let you go on your tours and around. We got to walk through the house, and you got to see all of the iconic places where they had filmed. I've been filming down here, I guess, for too long, and Butterbeer is not happy with me, and he's joined me downstairs. He's not allowed down here, and he knows it, and he is being very sheepish. And so we got to see the staircase that they come down all the time, the living room, the dining room, the bedrooms. It was lots of fun. When we were done, we were there for about 2 hours. We got to go outside, look at the follies, and go walk around all of their gardens and everything that they have. And then we got to go and take pictures outside in front of Highclere, and then we got to sit in the bench where you always see everybody sitting in the movie when they're outside. And yeah, it was lots of fun. At the end of the day, we got to take the bus. At the end of the day, we got to take our tour bus back to London, and they dropped us off in Kensington. Here is my assistant. And so after they dropped us off, we got to take the tube back to our hotel back by Trafalgar Square. And it was a very long day, but it was definitely worth it. It was lots of fun. And just seeing the countryside out there is so pretty. It reminded me a lot of Alberta with the rolling fields and everything, but I really like their fences. A lot of times they had their fences up and they were made out of stone. And so that was really cool. Another thing that we did is we walked past Big Ben. Oh no. Okay, you wanted to help. You got to stay here with me. Okay, so we went past Big Ben. You couldn't go inside. They're still working on it, but at least now they have it open so we could actually see it. And so we got to see Big Ben and then the Parliament buildings that stretch across beside the Thames. It was really fun. And we also got to walk across the bridge and everything that they have there. And so, are you leaving now? Not too far from there was Westminster Abbey. So that was neat. We didn't go in there. We didn't really have time, but we got to walk past, take some pictures. We looked in the gift shop, got the postcard. It was fun. We also went to the British Museum. They had lots of cool things in there. It was huge. We didn't get to see all of it. We only had a few hours of time to go around it, but we went and looked at the Egyptian stuff and the ancient Greece, looked at lots of neat things, and we had our lunch there. So you can see from the book we got, there's lots of historical artifacts there. And if you look at the actual map, it is ginormous. You would have to spend a whole day there. And I probably don't think you would even see it all. There was a lot of people, and trying to see some of the more popular items made it a little bit hard. But I really enjoyed seeing all the Egyptian stuff and all the mummies that they have. That was pretty neat. Buckingham Palace. We didn't get to see the changing of the guard. We were inside during that, so we missed that. That was one thing that I wish we would have seen. But the rooms inside the palace are beautiful. They are so pretty. The gold work in all of them is stunning. You're not allowed to take any pictures inside here either, which was fine. I get it, but that's why we always bought these little books at the end, because then they have all the pictures inside of all the different rooms and stuff that you got to see. Once you were done, you got to leave and you got to go out back and look in their gardens, and they had a giant tent out the back with a shop, which was very cool. Of these wonderful outings that we did while we were there, we tried to cram in as much stuff as physically possible, which is why we are so tired now that we are home, but it was worth it, because when are you going to have the chance to go and do all of those things? Not very often. It was the best trip ever. And I hope you have a magical day. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. Bye.